What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, you guys? We are back. And it's hot as it's hot as hell outside. Okay. Now, I hope everybody who going through it, I hope y'all got some AC. I hope y'all got some cool water. I hope y'all got some ice. I hope y'all are some way, somehow keeping cool, because baby, it's one thing for it to be hot, but it's another thing for it to be humid as hell. Okay. And with us out here in Chicago, I think that's really what's going on, because ain't no way in hell it can be 83 degrees and it feel like 1,000 degrees outside, all because of the humidity. That's literally what's going on. And it's bothering my soul spirit because, listen, I went outside earlier today and I had to go to the store and get some headache pills because the humidity and everything was just affecting me so bad. Like, so bad. Like, girl, I had to go get some pills. I had to go get some Tylenol because, my God. And it came in handy too, because listen, I thought I was about to be a goner. Okay? It was just a lot. But anyway, I hope y'all are safe. I hope y'all are warm. Please be hydrated, okay? We don't need no issues, all right? But anyway, how y'all doing? Y'all doing great? Girl, it's been stressful a little bit. All this news. Is it real news? Girl, death upon death upon death. Why does death come in threes? Okay. And the sad thing about it is, when I mentioned the first person, people didn't even know that he had passed away. Mind you, I found out that he passed away because it was on Twitter, and even people on Twitter didn't even realize it. So as we get up into this, what it is, of course, unfortunately, we have to start off with a few deaths that happened. Okay. Miss Lady named Connie Francis. I know her music has been going up on TikTok. That song, okay? She passed away recently. And then, even more recent, we had Robbie from City High. He was only like 46, 47 years old. He passed away. I had no idea that he had finally got married. I didn't know idea that he had kids. But unfortunately, he passed away. They said he passed away on the 17th, and he was surrounded by family and friends and everything at his home. They haven't put out the cause of death. I remember when, and if y'all don't remember City High, what would you do if your son was at home, standing on the floor, crying on the floor because he's hungry? Mama had to go out there and shake her ass for a little bit of change just to get the lights on. Okay? You know what? Mama had to do what she had to do. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't hating or anything. You got to do something to put some food on the table. She had to sell them cheeks, But that's just really what it was. So they had that one hit. And then, City High had potential. I don't know how much potential, but they had potential to be a little bit bigger than what they were. And then they broke up. And y'all remember old boy that played in Sister Act 2? Ahmad. Is it Ahmad? The one that hit the high note. Jesus. That one, okay? He came on. He probably like the most successful person out of the group, because he did not go into actually being an artist after the group broke up. He went into producing, and he has produced and songwritten for a whole bunch of the people in the industry. We bounce into his music and probably don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? So he's very, very successful. Him and Claudette Ortiz, who was in the group, they at one point were married. Mind you, she was with old boy. She was with Robbie before, like when they was in high school and all that stuff. They broke up. And then eventually she got with the other member. They wound up getting married. They was married for some time, and then they had a kid together as well. And then they wound up getting divorced. Y'all seen the story on R&B Divas and all that. But I do remember that relationship, because I looked at this on Intervention. I was flabbergasted, okay? Flabbergasted when I seen that episode of Intervention and Robbie was on there. I said, oh my God. Lord have mercy. And so that is what I'm thinking, and I don't want to think that, but when you already put it out there in the atmosphere, and we didn't already seen this personal intervention and everything, and he was dealing with alcoholism. He was damn bad. He was damn bad, And I was just hoping that he had got his life together, and I guess obviously he probably did, because he went on ahead and got married. He had kids or a kid, and and they haven't put out, like I said, the cause of death. So I'm not going to speculate, but it's just really, really sad. And I really, really hope that, he was able to get his life together before he passed. And, that is just, it'd be the most unexpected people, okay? And everybody is passing away young. And honestly, I feel like in my heart of hearts, I don't want to put it out there because I don't know. But I would not be surprised if it is something dealing with side effect of being a long time alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? Even if he was sober and all that stuff, because you have cirrhosis of the liver and you got all this other stuff that can happen just from doing all that, even if you stop. I just pray for the family. Oh gosh, so sad. So sad. God. Yeah, I'm tired of coming on here being sad. And then Ozzy Osbourne passed away yesterday. Girl, Prince of Darkness. Somebody said, I'm so sorry. I should laugh at this. Somebody said he about to go to. Now we don't know where he gonna go. Okay, we don't know where he gonna go, and he probably don't want to go up there. He probably want to go down there. I mean, Prince of Darkness. This is the man that was on the stage who bit the head off a bat. Okay, come on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Now that one, I'm not too surprised by that. Okay, the family. I don't know what his thought pattern was, but Sharon and Jack recently, they, girl, okay. And then what's the daughter name? First of all, I just found out that he had 2 other kids. I didn't know he had 2 older other kids. I said, what? Girl, I don't keep up with these people. But I ain't gonna sit here and hold you in line and say that I ain't never look at the Osbournes. I watched that shit because that was probably one of the first reality TV after, besides The Real World, that was the first family reality TV show that I believe that was on TV ever, and it was on MTV. Okay? The Osbournes. Baby, we watched that shit. We watched it. Kelly, that's her name. Y'all remember when she said, if they get rid of the Latinos, who's going to clean your toilets? I said, girl, what? You said that on national TV? She was like, no. I mean, you get what I'm saying. No, girl, what you trying to say? Funny. But no, that was wrong. Anyway, she was trying to make a point. I get it, but at the same time, it came out so wrong. I was like, girl, goddamn, you ain't think about this. She said in my head, it sounded like it was going to come out like I was trying to, make a point, but it just came out very racist. But hey, that's just what it was. Okay? But no, the Osbourne was really funny. Sharon, I ain't even gonna lie. Listen, it was a time. It was a time. It was a time. One thing about it, Sharon Osbourne loved the hell out of that man, though. I will tell you that. Love the hell out of him through hell and back, okay? Through hell and back, And, he's no longer here. They said he was struggling with Parkinson for a while, and that's what kind of led up to his passing was, complications with the Parkinson's, And he even said in one interview I seen or whatever, clip, he was like, honestly, I'm supposed to be dead already. To be quite fair with y'all, I'm supposed to be already dead. I was like, what? It's like when people know that they and that's the thing that I keep on seeing when people talking about him is like, girl, I didn't even know he was going to be alive this long. He should have been dead because of all the stuff that he was doing. I was like, damn. Well, okay. Well, I really don't have much to say about that. Well, rest in... I don't know. Do we say rest in peace, rest in hell, rest in heaven? What do we say with Ozzy Osbourne, the Prince of Darkness? Where he going? And that's a legitimate question because if you know his background and you know how he is, you understand why we saying that, right? Either way, okay? But may he rest in solitude, okay? Rest in... All right. Malcolm Jamal Warner. Theo, Malcolm and Eddie, The Resident. When I tell you no one was expecting this news to come. Like, it's only 54 years old. And the news came a couple of days ago saying that he passed away from an accidental drowning. Now, I said, damn it, us niggas, we gotta, black folks, we gotta learn how to goddamn swim. That's the first thought. And I know people want to say, because things keep coming out or whatever, please don't put that conspiracy theory stuff on there. Can we just respect this person? Because I know sometimes things seems too good to be true, and it just be so coincidental or it come out of nowhere, but that's literally how life is, right? And so unfortunately we lost someone that is, I would say, a freaking icon in black TV. I mean, he had an iconic role. Everybody knows Theo from the Cosby Show, okay? Everybody knows that. Knows him, knows his character and all that. And, you know, he's played in so many things. And one of the, I can't even think if that was the most recent thing that he was on, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't. When he was on The Resident, I can tell you this. He came on that bitch so cocky and so goddamn arrogant, baby. I couldn't stand his character. But then when he got with Miss Lady Mina, girl, yeah, I was like, all right, you got a little soft spot. And he kind of softened up by the time. I was like, thank goodness. Because I don't want you to be the angry black man on the goddamn show. But he was one of my favorite characters on the show. And I just, oh my God, I cannot believe. Till right now, it's been like 2 or 3 days. And I still sitting here like, he really passed away. Like, of all people, you just really wasn't expecting it. And to have it happen the way that it happened, he was not, because he couldn't swim. And this is the situation that I was talking about when it was the Black Yacht Weekend out here in Chicago, when they had all them boats on the lake, and it was people that was, you know, getting taken under and all that stuff because of the currents was so bad. The currents were so bad, and technically speaking, nobody should have been out there on that goddamn water. He was on vacation in Costa Rica with his wife and his 8-year-old daughter. He woke up, went for an early morning swim, got caught in the currents, was trying to, you know, I don't know if he was trying to save his daughter or whatever, but the daughter was okay. She wound up getting rescued by somebody on a surfboard or something like that. A surfer was out, saw the baby out there, rescued her, tried to go back for him, found his body later, washed up on shore. He was dead. He drowned because the rip current came through and just took him out. And that's no coincidental thing. Well, I should say that's no conspiracy or whatever. Water, you could be the best swimmer in the world, but if that current is high, if that current is strong, if that current is out of this world crazy, it could take you all under and over in a second, okay? And that's literally what just happened. And I feel bad for the daughter to know that this happened in her presence. I feel that she was actually there, you know? I feel bad for his wife, for sure. Oh my God. 54 years old on a family vacation. Y'all, that is so sad. Man, I feel like everybody needs to go. I know how we feel about Bill Cosby, and y'all ain't right for what y'all said. Y'all said, I was seeing a whole bunch of tweets and messages that were saying before Bill. Now that can take that either way, because y'all don't like Bill Cosby, understandable, because he's a predator. Or it's because he old as shit. Two things can be true at the same time. But at the same time, it's just like, wow, this is the first major loss from the Cosby Show, from a beloved TV series that involved the kids like this. You know, Damn. That's just really sad. I gotta go do a Cosby Show rewatch. I really do. Cause that Gordon Gartrell shirt episode was hilarious. The episode when they was going on finna go into the little dance show and Theo didn't get picked, but Cockroach got picked and he was able to dance with old girl and he was having an attitude. He threw Rudy's toy outside and all that stuff and he was getting all upset and everything and Claire had to go talk to him. That first episode, was it the first episode or the second episode when Cliff had to cuss his ass out about getting them bad grades and shit like that? Baby, yeah, it was... I cannot believe it! But anyway, may he rest in peace. Oh my God, may he rest in peace. And to know how impactful he was, and I was just seeing a lot of people that were... commenting about him and their experiences. And I was like, I forgot. Fuck TMZ. Raven-Symoné is coming out the airport with her luggage. And you guys are all up in her face, asking her questions about this whole situation. And you can see it on her face. She don't want to talk. She is hurting. And I had forgot that they was on the show together, little Olivia. Okay, she is hurting. And you just, oh my God, it needs some etiquette. I don't give a damn if that's your job, but have some fucking morality and some goddamn couth, okay? Like, they just really, I couldn't be in that business. And it says a lot about people that can be reporters or journalists. I don't even call y'all journalists that work for TMZ, that do shit like that. Invade people's privacy like that. Invade their private space, their personal space. Like, that's just really wrong. Who is this? Anyway, so yeah, that was so messed up. See, we was talking about the Cosby Show. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna get back to the Cosby Show. But Eddie, Malcolm and Eddie, that show was actually really good too. Okay, Eddie Griffin, he off the rails now. I don't know, like he just said some messed up things that I don't agree with, but that show was actually really good, and Eddie Griffin is actually really talented, to be quite honest. But when Malcolm was on there and he had them locks in his head, bitch, yeah, he was a fine-looking man. Y'all gotta admit that was a fine black man. I said, all right, he was one of the ones that stayed with his looks. He didn't have to grow into them. He stayed with them. Okay, I said that's just your genes did well. But speaking of Cosby Show, I had posted that Vanessa was one of the, I would say, problem child of all the kids. And no. Every child, hear me out. I want to hear your reasoning. Who do you think was the problem child for real, of all the kids out of Theo, Denise, Sandra? Do we even want to count Sandra? Because Sandra was on the show, but she really wasn't on the show. Like, girl, we didn't give a damn about her. To be quite honest, I didn't care about no Sandra. I didn't care about Sandra. I didn't care about Alvin. He was sexist. He was misogynistic and all that shit. I love a good read down from Claire. Claire had to get his ass together a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? But, I can care less about the oldest daughter, okay? It always baffled me because I know genes are a thing, and I know genetics and chromosomes and all that are a thing. It really baffled me how them two dark-skinned black people came and had two high yellow ass daughters, Sandra and Denise. I said, now who they daddy and their mama is? Who the fuck? Mind you, it's so funny because my mama and my daddy light-skinned like me. I come out looking like both of them. Okay? And then my other sister, she looks like my grandmother on my daddy's side, who was dark skinned. Brown skin. Same color complexion and everything. So like I said, I know genetics and genes are, a funny little thing. So yeah. Them genes reached all the way back to the ancestors, I guess. I don't know. But who did you think was the problem child? Now listen, here's the thing. Sandra, she was barely on the show. By the time we get to Sandra, she was already in college. She had already got with Elvin. And then I think like the dumbest thing that she did was drop out of school to go open up a wilderness store or whatever with Elvin, and they moved into that raggedy ass apartment. That probably was the dumbest thing that they did, okay? Compared to everybody else. Then you had Denise, okay? Denise, she was the one that was like, I would say she probably was a popular one. You know what I'm saying? She gave like she was a popular girl up in school or whatever. She beat to her own drums and all that stuff to a certain extent. But then, she had the tip. We never really saw her have trouble to be considered a problem child. I mean, she did the typical teenage stuff, I guess, the boys or whatever. But then I guess when it came to Denise, her issue started when she went to college, couldn't finish college, brought her ass back and fucked around and got with that man in the Army or the Navy who had Olivia. She left and came back with a whole husband and a step kid. That was probably the extent, And if it's nothing else, I put it in the comments because I probably am forgetting some things. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying like Vanessa had to be the problem child. You know what I'm saying? Because Vanessa was the one. I mean, you did have Theo, the grades and all that stuff. But see, Theo, he eventually got his shit together, especially back in college and everything like that. He eventually got on the right track, right? But when it was Vanessa, they showed us all the shit Vanessa was going through. Vanessa was a smart, aleck-ass little kid from the beginning, and I loved it, okay? Listen, Vanessa was one of my favorite characters. Some people don't like Vanessa. I did like Vanessa. She was one of my favorite kids, especially in the very beginning, because, that little mouth on her, I said, yeah, go ahead and tell them how it is, because that's literally how kids be, And then you got the episode when she got drunk. You got the episode when she was talking to the boy and they had to have a sex talk. You had the episode where they was going for the audition or whatever, and she stuffed her bra and all that stuff. And Claire said, I think the fuck not. You had the episode, the main episode, my absolute favorite episode of any sitcom ever. Off to see The Wretched, okay? You went to Baltimore to have big fun, right? Yeah, to see The Wretched. Now tell me what happened, because you didn't get to see it. Oh, listen, let me tell you something. Put that episode on, now sit there and word for word that shit for you, okay? Listen, they was stupid as hell. Them kids were stupid as hell, and they don't understand how much danger they was in, okay? They really did not. And then, you got that, and she was on punishment for, like, forever. And at one point, didn't she, like, take the car, or somebody took the car? Or was that Denise that took the car? So you can put that on Denise and her thing or whatever. But then she fucked around and came. Did she drop out of school and came back with this old-ass man? She came back with an old-ass man. I said, what is that? And then Rudy was just going through the last child growing pains type of shit. But I really feel like, Vanessa gave them a run for their money. You know what I'm saying? And came back home with a grown-ass man. Like, girl, what? Classic TV. Bill Cosby is a shitty motherfucker. But I never watched the Cosby Show for Bill Cosby. Never. It was for the kids. It's always for the kids. Okay? And Claire, because I love a good read. And riddle me this. I remember that episode when they was on doing the performance, singing that Ray Charles song for the grandparents' anniversary. The nighttime, darling baby, is the right time. Why they have Rudy young ass singing that shit? I always wondered that. That was so inappropriate. That was that sexual feel song for that little ass girl. No. I always wondered that. But hey, may he rest in peace, Malcolm Jamal Warner. You will be missed. He was like our cousins, for real. Like, that really hurt. Let's, I guess, try to pick this up, because that was a little downer. Y'all saw that shit. Well, first of all, congratulations to Venus Williams. Venus Williams won her singles match at 45. I'm mad that they keep on putting it out there that she's 45 years old. I get it, but at the same time, You are talking about one of the best athletes in the world, okay? Venus and Serena. To me, they're a package goddamn deal. So when you're talking about Serena, you're talking about Venus too. We just don't see her as often, but Venus is still very much out there kicking ass. And she showed us that, okay? Do not put her out to pasture, all right? Like, stop saying her age. She's still an athlete. She's still very much in shape, and she's still out here doing her thing. Plus, mama just got engaged too. I said, all right. To some dude, he was an actor. What his name is? His name is Andrea Pretty. Oh. They say he an actor and a model. He 37 and she 45. You know what? All right. And don't come up here talking about why she got to be with a white man and all this stuff. Because 9 out of 10, granted, y'all already know. And it ain't got nothing to do with her probably not wanting to be with a black man. It's probably because the black man didn't want to be with her. That's just really what it is. Same thing with Serena, okay? Like, move on from it, because I just knew somebody was going to say it. But anyway, congratulations to Venus. Venus really be the one that keep low-key, okay? The people be talking about Serena. Venus be low-key, okay, all the time. I like a low-key bitch. But also, speaking about somebody that don't know how to keep low-key, I know y'all saw the thing that happened at that Coldplay concert. I would never. How come stuff like that don't happen when I be out there? What? Girl, I be wanting to have something like that happen so I could come back and be like, bitch, I was there. Oh my God, it's just like when I was at the Beyonce's concert. Every Beyonce concert I went through, somebody was fighting. And I don't understand why people be like, oh, y'all, don't nobody fight at the... Yes, they do. They fight at every goddamn concert. Okay, every damn concert. I don't know what it was. And, bitch, I was about to get into a fight. Okay, so there's that. I was about to get into a fight on night one with a drunk bitch. Okay? That wouldn't have been fair because she was drunk as shit. But at the same time, she had one more motherfucking time. Bitch. I was so mad. My sister was like, Ashley, calm the fuck down. Calm down. You know what I'm saying? And then Beyonce came to the arrow, so I was like, you know what? You was about to get your ass whooped right in front of her. Bitch. Okay? While you up here playing, bitch. But yeah, that happened. And I see fights. I want to see something like this go down when somebody getting caught cheating and doing some shit that they ain't supposed to be doing. To witness some shit like that, girl, I be talking about that forever, bitch. Did you see that shit? Hell yeah, girl, I was sitting right behind them. Bitch, they was kissing the whole night. They was touching on each other. He was finger banging her. All that shit, bitch. That would have been me. I would have been exaggerating the fuck out of it. I didn't see none of that. But I just know they was there together, canoodling, okay? That would have been me. I'm not even going to hold you, okay? But yeah, so Coldplay did a little kiss cam or a little, put the camera out there. It wasn't even no kiss cam. It was just putting the camera out there in the audience, putting some of the audience members on the screen or whatever. A lot of these concerts do it, okay? Beyonce do it at her concerts. I seen other people do it at their concerts too. Just giving, fan recognition and all this stuff. So the camera came around on this one particular man and this woman, right? They hugged up. He up behind her, his arm around her. She all up on him like this. Very much a couple. You can't deny that. Friends don't do that shit, okay? Especially not heterosexual friends. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. Male and female, opposite sex type of friends. No, we're fucking. That's what they said. And it wasn't even saying that we're fucking. The body language was saying we're very much in love. I said, oh, y'all been doing this for a while. Okay? And then, bitch, soon as that camera came on them, the man let her go. And then he bends down and zooms out of sight. She turns her back. She's like, oh my God. And she turns her back like, ain't this some shit? She trying to put her head down. The other lady on the other side of them like this. Bitch, that would have been me. Okay? Now, they said she didn't know none of them. That for a minute they were saying that she was an employee too, but no, she didn't know none of them. Come to find out, that man was cheating on his wife with her, and she was cheating on her husband with him, and they both got kids. Okay, so from what I heard, allegedly, I don't know how true this is. The lady, her husband is a divorce lawyer. They both work at this company called Astronomer, right? He's the CEO. She's the PO, you know, basically the chief of HR. What the fuck is going on? What is going on? All right. And you're literally got caught cheating. And like everybody kept saying, had he not ducked and did what he did, and had they just stood there, this would have never made it to TikTok. It wouldn't have made it to social medias. It wouldn't have made it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And they probably would have got away with it. Okay? Or at least not too many people would have saw it. But the way that he did it, and that ain't making parodies of it everywhere you go this whole freaking week they've been doing it. I know they're sick as shit. And then they had to resign. I think he resigned. His name is Andy Byron. Andy Byron. I can't remember what her name is. But he resigned because that's against work policy. Now, here's the thing. I also heard that, I don't know how true this is, but this is alleged, so take it with a grain of salt. The wife that he was with or is with currently, she was his mistress when he was with his first wife. So basically, he was married before and he was cheating on his first wife with the current wife. What? It's like, well, ma'am, I mean, this is kind of fucked up, but you lose them how you get them, if that is true. You know, I could be spreading a lot of false information. I don't know. But that's what I've been seeing. It's a lot of shit that's going out there. But what we know for sure, is that the man resigned, okay? He has not put out a statement. They did have a statement that was out there, but they said that was a fake statement or whatever. But, yeah, he resigned. They had to, at first they put them on leave. Now the company put out that he resigned. And some people was like, why he got to resign and why they get in trouble for having an affair. He is the CEO of the company. She is the HR. And anybody that don't understand this, that's basically you're dating your boss. Your boss is dating an employee, okay? And it's like, they don't want that to happen because it's a liability now. Because she can sue when they break up or something happen and say, yeah, even though they said and they knew that it was a consensual relationship, what if they have a bad breakup and then they can sue and be like, she could sue or it'd be like, he basically forced her to do this. She could sue for sexual harassment, all this other stuff or whatever, and cost the company money. That is why they have clauses in a lot of these corporate situations, these corporate companies and all this stuff, that if you are dating an employee, you have to tell HR. Or in some companies, if y'all do wind up dating, one of y'all gonna have to leave. Okay? Because they're not trying to have no, you sue me, I sue you, you sue the company because of this and all that stuff. It's a goddamn liability, a costly liability. You know what I'm saying? That is embarrassing. I feel for the kids. Imagine having to go to school the next day. Well, y'all in the summer. Imagine going to school when school start back, and you get into one of them classrooms where the teachers be like, "So kids, we're gonna go around the class and we're gonna ask, how was your summer break?" Well, my summer break was kind of shitty because my parents got divorced. My daddy was cheating and just went everywhere. They got found out. They should have just said Coldplay concert. That's all. And everybody would have knew. Bitch, that is so fucked up. Funny too, but fucked up. Wow. And he gonna get another job. But it is what it is. That's just what it is, right? Moving on from that. Let's talk about basketball wives for a second. And I don't know if people going to agree with what I have to say, but it's a lot of rhetoric and a lot of talk that has been going on for the past couple of days, because on this current episode, I believe, of Basketball Wives, we saw that Jackie Christie's daughter and her got into a scuffle, okay? Jackie actually had to put hands on that lady, on her, you know what I'm saying? And I see people that are coming down so heavily on Chantel, which is her daughter, so heavily on her, and basically damn near giving Jackie a pass. And I'm not understanding why. Yes, there are things that we don't see behind the scenes or whatever, but what we see and what we know of a person's history, it's just like, why are we giving this woman a pass? Come on now. I get it, because I even said it. Chantel shouldn't have put her hands on that lady, because she either touched her arm, pushed her, or something like that, which made Jackie react to hitting her. I don't know if she punched her or if she slapped her. It could be either one, but she swung on her, right? As a natural reaction, because if somebody touch you like that, you're going to do the same thing. Push me or whatever, you're going to do the same thing. But also, we have to understand the dynamic that goes on between a toxic mother and daughter relationship. And to sit here and act as if Jackie fucking Christie is not a fucking toxic mother or a toxic person in general, and we've seen that on full fucking display since her first goddamn season on Basketball Wives, the lady is not wrapped too goddamn tight. Okay? We already know that. She's funny, she made good TV, but at the same time, we know that the bitch is not wrapped too tight, and we know from what her own kids have said that she is not a good mother, or hasn't been. We don't know how it is now, but that's just how it is. I'm not finna sit here and try to debate with somebody's experience with their mother, and I'm not there. I can't sit here and say, Chantel, your mama didn't do this, your mama didn't do that, when I'm not in that household and I don't know what the fuck is going on, and that is what she's giving her experience of. Jackie ain't really saying nothing about it. Okay, Jackie always try to make it seem like, everything is all to the good, and that's how I know everything is not. And one thing about it, she probably doing it because she don't want it to be aired out on TV or whatever. So, let me try to act like everything is okay when it's really not. But actually, we already knew of the toxic dynamic that was going on in that household. From what the oldest daughter said, from what we seen on TV, from how Jackie was with her own mom and all that stuff, that shit is passed down. They did, and the people like, oh, they went to therapy. Okay, so they went to therapy on the goddamn show. You think that's going to change things? One little session that you see on the show? Ain't no telling what the hell else been going on before that, during that, after that. So no, I'm not finna sit here and just be totally upset at Chantel and say, oh, you ain't supposed to do this, you ain't supposed to do that. Was she wrong for putting her hands on her? Yeah, but am I mad at it? Absolutely not. And I ain't mad at Jackie for knocking the little bitch out. I'm not mad at either party for what their reactions were. The fact of the matter is, everybody in this situation is wrong. And if you are sitting here trying to be team this and team that, you're wrong as fuck too. Because that means that you are literally putting to the side one person's experience over a fan, because you're a fan of another person, and try to really act oblivious to the fact that Jackie Christie is a toxic ass person. So therefore, she's a you mean to tell me you can't see that she a toxic mother? Somebody that had allegations of colorism and favoritism and all this other shit going on in the goddamn household. That's toxicity. That's toxicity. Having the kids be, competing against each other, that's a toxic ass bitch. And it's like, I didn't understand why the daughter was brought on the show. Because I get that you trying to probably put it out there, or I don't even know if you was really trying to put it out there, that you had some stuff going on, because when the oldest daughter was trying to say these things, y'all was trying to make it seem like she was lying, and I'm talking about Chantel. And I feel like that's probably why people are upset with Chantel, because when Takari, when she came out with her stuff about how Jackie was allegedly doing her book and all that stuff, whatever, Chantel and them, they basically was trying to make it seem like old girl was lying, and that she wanted stuff from her and all that stuff, blah, 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 blah. She literally was the black sheep of the family. That's just what it was. And it was very much unfortunate, right? So now, the way Jackie, and then even back then, Jackie kind of put Chantel on a fucking pedestal. So I feel like like she was the little girl that couldn't do no wrong. She was the one that she did everything for and all this stuff, and she acknowledged all the time or whatever. And so I feel like with most of the people that are on Jackie's side, it's because they can't really get past that image that was first brought onto the show with her, how Jackie was with Chantel. We're seeing a different dynamic. We're not seeing that whole, oh, I'm mama's girl and all that stuff, whatever. We're seeing this grown woman speak out about the complete opposite of what we thought was going on with her. So they both was experiencing some type of, toxicity with their mother. You know what I'm saying? And it came to a head. It came to a head on the show. Now, what I don't agree with is the fact that Chantel became a goddamn main character on the show for whatever. And for the people that said, oh, she just came on the show to embarrass her mom and all this stuff, I don't feel like that's what the reason was at all. I feel like they brought Chantel on the show because they needed some younger viewers to come in and watch the show. That's literally just what it was. And the storyline just spiraled out of control into something that they probably didn't even think that it was going to go to. And real issues came out. And then hits and fits start happening. That's just basically what it is, okay? And at the end of the day, I'm not going to be upset at somebody for calling somebody out about their bullshit, because it's a lot of us that have toxic parents. And it is okay to don't want to fuck with a toxic parent. And it is okay to want to call a toxic ass out. It's okay. I'm not finna sit here and say that she wrong for doing that. Oh, because you on her platform and you just trying to embarrass her. The same way Jackie be embarrassing everybody else. She can take the shit. She can take the shit. She a grown ass woman. I didn't like the fact that she was kept on. I will say this, the way that Chantel was like, and I'm gonna tell dad this and I'm gonna tell dad that. Okay, you can tell your dad. He wrong as shit in this whole situation too. And my thing is, Chantel, don't be just mad at your mama, be mad at your daddy too. Because your daddy been married to that woman for like 30 years, damn near. He's not going anywhere. He sat back and he let all of this shit happen. Because I guaranteed you, if he would have put his foot down, none of this shit would happen. And if it was happening, he could have put a stop to it. He liked that shit. He loved her. So he gonna let her do whatever the fuck it is that she want to do. So therefore, he's complicit in this. And you just taking all your anger out on her, you got to take it out on him too. You got to be fair with that shit, because he's part of the issue as well. Okay? Nobody is right in this situation. Do I feel like Chantel needed to come onto this show? Absolutely the fuck not. What I do feel like they needed to do was to go to fucking therapy. Okay? And at the end of the day, she needed to go to therapy. Because Jackie is the type of bitch that is going to be stuck in her ways no matter what. She ain't finna let nobody tell her what she needs to do. Okay? She ain't finna sit there and take heed of nothing. Absolutely not. She's stuck in her ways. She's older. She ain't finna change. She ain't finna change. And so therefore, they was trying to say that there was not going to be a reunion, but they said basically this is the first part of the season, then it's going to be a second part of the season, then it's going to be a reunion. Yeah. Another thing, I just feel like, honestly, at the end of the day, Chantel never should have been on the show. She never should have been on the show. I don't feel like she was brought on the show to, put Jackie on a hot seat or whatever. That's just randomly how it turned out. Okay? I really do feel like they brought Chantel on the show to get younger viewers, meaning people in her age range instead of the same people that was actually watching. I don't know. Or to bring back some of the people that was watching when Chantel was younger on the show or whatever. I have no idea. But yeah, what did y'all expect? What did y'all expect? I'm sorry. I'm not finna sit here and say I'm team Jackie, I'm team Chantel, I'm team no motherfucking body. I'm team all of you bitches is fucking toxic and the show needs to be goddamn canceled. Chantel never should have been on that show. Jackie is a terrible mama and we already fucking know that. She's a terrible person, to be quite honest. Funny as shit, but she's a terrible person. And y'all can deny it all you want to, but you know it's fucking true. Doug, he kind of a weak ass bitch too. So there's that. And he's never leaving that lady. And I know I seen the clips or whatever, the other daughter basically tried to be on, Jackie's side or whatever and saying that was wrong what Chantel did. But y'all do remember that Chantel and the daughter had their little tiff. Chantel and her sister had their tiff earlier when the show came on, because the daughter, Takari, to Carrie, she feels as if Chantel is on the show basically trying to do her storyline or put out a story that's what was her story. The same thing that Takara was saying. And she trying to get recognition for that when it didn't work for Takara. Okay? And then some allegations against her came out. You know, I know y'all saw when Chantel had threw that allegations out there of alleged essaying and stuff that was going on between them when they was younger and all that shit, and why they don't talk and all that stuff or whatever. I said, oh my God, bitch, this is what I'm talking about. This don't need to be out here like this for the public fodder. Y'all need to be in fucking therapy, or y'all need to stay the fuck away from each other. That's literally all that it is to it, okay? And so, of course, yeah, she gonna be petty and she gonna say that she's on Jackie's side or whatever. I don't think Jackie paying her nothing, because I seen people like that too saying that. No, I think it's just because of that whole tiff, and she put it out there that she allegedly abused her when she was younger and all that stuff or whatever. So, toxic. And y'all want to sit here and say that, oh, just reiterating just that part. You can tell that the whole household was toxic as fuck. Now, y'all, the one I want to hear from is the son. Okay? The one I want to hear from Doug Jr. Okay? What the fuck was going on? In 9 out of 10, he probably was the main one that was probably put on the pedestal because he's the only boy. Probably was the mama's boy. And still probably can't stand the ass to. I don't know. What y'all think? I think it's really sad, though. You know, I really don't drink pineapple shit. But this is really good. This is water. Well, of course, it's in the Aquafina bottle. And these little, because this is what they gave me in my little care package. Little pineapple crush. This is really good. It's tasty. But anyway, speaking of sad shit too, since we on reality TV shit, girl, because ain't nothing else. Really. Shamia and Portia. Because I was going to say this for Sunday, but girl, freak that. Let's just talk about it right now. Okay? The whole situation that's going on between Shamia and Portia, that's really sad. Okay? It's really sad. The fact that y'all waited. Y'all let a reality TV show really come between y'all friendship. And when I say stuff like that, what I mean is, obviously, and as I said in the reviews of talking about the show, obviously, a lot of us been saw the cracks in this relationship, this friendship. And I'm not going to say it was one-sided. It was skewed. Okay? Did I feel like Portia really did care for Shamia at one point? Yes. Do I feel like Shamia cared more about Portia than Portia did her? Absolutely. And that's what everybody has been seeing. The majority of people have been seeing. We've been seeing that since day one. Because I'm telling you, at one point in time, I really thought that Candy was Shamia's best friend when she was on the show, because Shamia used to be always with Candy. I had forgot that she was Portia's friend at one point. Yeah, you know. And so it's really sad to see them breaking up 20 plus years of friendship after they get on this show, because one is accusing one of not congratulating and being happy for her for getting a peach. The other one is accusing one for not going to her marriage, to her wedding. And then Portia want to come out and said, I actually did go to one of your weddings. I just didn't go to the one that was in Kenya. And she was like, I only had one wedding, and that was the one in Kenya. What you came to was the dowry. And then it was a post or whatever that she actually put up from years ago when the dowry was happening, and it said wedding in it. Dowry plus wedding. So technically speaking, Portia ain't lie. I know a lot of people want to say that, but Portia ain't lie. She was there. She congratulated the girl. She put up some, pictures of her showing that she did congratulate her. She put up a post, and I do remember that post of her saying congratulations to Shamia for getting a peach and everything. So that's why I was confused about that. But I really do feel like it's a lot of shit that went down in that relationship and that friendship that came to a head. And that's what Shamia is talking about. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know if it's Shamia let the show get to her or what. And because we already knew Portia a shitty friend in this situation. Like, it is what it is. And Shamia, you really just, truth be told, let's just blame Angela. Let's just blame blame Angela, because Angela was the one that was asking all those questions. Angela was the one that was putting all that shit out there too, okay? And them motherfuckers fell for the goddamn bait, bitch. All right, she was controlling that goddamn season with this situation, and basically, Shamia, you fucked up by telling people how you felt about your friend instead of telling your friend how you felt about her. Okay, that's where you messed up at. That's where you messed up at. You know what I'm saying? And them going back and forth on social media, that was just really just, oh, it was just like, oh my God. If I gotta go to that level, I'm done. I don't want to be back friends with you at all. We not finna do this, okay? We not about to do this. You know what I'm saying? And then Shamia going back and forth with Drew over that damn Judith Liebert bag, and then, you know, trying to say, oh, it's a knockoff, it's a knockoff. And somebody actually asked the company, was that a real bag? And the actual company replied and said, yes, that is a real bag, because Drew had put up a receipt with the actual price on it, with her name and all that stuff. And some people were trying to say that the receipt was fake and everything. And the actual company said, actually, no, that's the real bag. She did buy it. I was like, God damn, Shamia, you went out sad, girl. That part in a reunion, I just really wasn't here for. Because I was like, honestly, Shamia and Drew has no real reason to be going at each other. Okay? Is that? That's a scar. What the fuck did I do up there? They don't have no real reason to be going at each other. It's so petty. It was so stupid. The way that they was going at each other. Like, it more so, it was Shamia, like, I don't get it. Like, Shamia, I liked you. And I still like her to this day. But you got to call it out. Shamia, this was not a good reunion for you. This ending of this second half of the season was not good for you at all. Absolutely not. This whole thing going back and forth on social media, that just no. That got to be mentally draining, seeing all that shit. And then I noticed, well, the people noticed that she had took the RHOA out her let me move my hand, out her bio on Instagram or whatever. Girl, you couldn't handle it already. You got to build it up, okay? You got to build up tough skin. I do want her to come back for next season. I want everybody to come back for next season. You know what I'm saying? Kelly can come back and she can, you know, discuss her little financial problems, see how she gonna get up out of that. Cynthia can stay friend of, okay? She played her role well. Portia could come back, because Portia do need to redeem herself from this flop-ass season that she had. Truth be told, her storyline flopped as fuck because of the situation that was going on with Simon and all that shit. Okay? Well, actually, I don't want Phaedra to come back, but I already know she's coming back, so there's that. I don't know what she's going to give, but okay. That fake-ass relationship with that little boy that we don't care about? All right, cool. Drew, we got to see what's going on with her and Ralph. Okay? How long this shit go play out? All right? And I listen. Drew was A1 at the reunion. Shocked the fuck out of me, bitch. I said, "Oh, you stepping the fuck up." She said, "Yeah, I am." Angela definitely is gonna come back. Kelly can come back, like I said. Shamia, I want her to come back as well. But yeah, they need a break. Moving on from that. This whole situation between this British girl group, Flo or whatever, and the Stylist, pay them the money. I already said this. When we was talking about the Nicki Minaj situation and somebody owing money or whatever, what did I say? That motherfucker owe you money, sue that bitch. That's what I said. And so that's what the Stylist, I guess she heard what I was saying too. And so she was like, I sue these hoes. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even really trying to call them hoes out their name. I'm just saying it. But, you know, no offense, so don't get offended. Because I don't know these girls. I be hearing about them. I don't get the hype. I mean, they can sing or whatever, but they just don't touch me. They don't touch it back here. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, they cute for, I guess, the younger generation, but it's not for me. Their music is not for me. But at the end of the day, they're not main established, okay? They probably established something somewhere over there in British, okay, Britain, in London town, in the UK or whatever. But over here, where music really be happening and all that shit, for real, they not established like that. They still trying to get on, you know? And it's too, y'all still trying to get on, and y'all are already having these type of problems where a stylist is coming out basically saying that you owe them $67 $50,000 because they said pounds. It was 50,000 pounds, okay, which converted to US dollars, that's 67,000. All right, that's $67,000. All because she used to style them, and they never paid her, and they fired her. They never paid her for her services. And she sent out the notices. She said, respond to my lawyers. They won't respond to the lawyers, right? And all of this came to a head when somebody, because listen, bitch, I seen that they was at some Lollapalooza. I said, Lollapalooza, has it started already? Chicago, we had Lollapalooza yet? No, it wasn't ours, okay? Our Lollapalooza is at the end of the month, 31st or something like that, to August, you know. So I was like, oh, okay, shit, damn, I done missed everything. Who the fuck is coming out here this year? I gotta look that up. But, yeah, so they was doing some version of Lollapalooza somewhere, and they had these clothes on, the corsets, they looked a mess. No shade, I'm sorry. They look a mess. I look a mess right now, but they look a mess too, okay? I don't know who the hell was styling them at that time. And like the girls were saying, they need to get the girl back that, because the people, this is what started. Because the peoples were saying they missed this other stylist. What's her name? Lee? Or something like that? What's her name? Yeah, Lee. They missed them. And then one of the girls, Jara or whatever, Jora, girl, I don't know these girls' name. But one of them responded and said, I don't, or something like that, or we don't. Yeah, she said, I don't. Girl, and that's when old girl popped out and said, after all this time of me trying to contact them, trying to get them to contact my lawyer or to respond to my lawyer and all this stuff, this is the first time I get them to respond. But saying I don't, and that's what popped this all off. And this is one of those situations where I seen people that was trying to get down on a lawyer, on the stylist, and not hold these girls accountable. I don't give a fuck who you think you are. Okay? I don't give a fuck what your status is. That does not, I don't care if you just now coming into the game. I don't care if you've been here for a minute. Stop playing with people money. If a person did a service for you, that service is not fucking free. If there's a contract and you breach that shit, you have to pay the fucking consequences for that shit. If you got sent the invoice for a person's service, you have to pay that. If you can't afford the shit, don't fucking reach out to get it from people. Okay? $67,000. Pay them people that money. The lawyers, and we can't say, oh, why don't you just sue them? Why don't you do this? I'm pretty sure the girl is in the process, given that she already said that she had, they won't respond to her lawyers. Okay? Give them the money. I don't give a damn how much of a friend or how much a fan y'all are, these girls or whatever. If y'all are, the girls are wrong. You can blame it on management or whatever. Who the fuck, the girl, their team, they're wrong. And giving by that girl response saying, I don't, she knows exactly what the hell is going on. So yeah, the group is wrong. Management is wrong. All of y'all wrong. Pay that woman or person their money. Pay them their money. Your services ain't free. This ain't no pro bono shit. You're fucking with other people's livelihoods as well when y'all do shit like that. That's why I say sue bitches. Sue the motherfuckers. People playing with your money, playing with your business, playing with who you are, you sue their asses. Wake that shit up. Wake that shit the fuck up. Okay? Y'all fresh in the game to be having all these fucking issues. Okay? This is not what you need to have. Alright? This is not a good look. Clear this shit up so we can move past it. And the people can get back to loving your music. And just talking about your music. Please. Alright? Because I'm pretty sure they got potential. They decent. And they just not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? But get that shit together. Get it together. Listen. I was going to go to the movies. And I was going to go see I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. That ain't even what it's called. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I ain't even get to it. Because when it came out last week, last week was Hell Week. And if you know, you're a woman, you know what the fuck that mean. Girl, it was Hell Week. That's just really what it was, okay? I just wasn't feeling it. And I was going to go today, but bitch, it was just too goddamn hot. Okay? I know I would have been sitting up there in the goddamn in air conditioning in the car And then, girl, I don't know. It was just too much. Coming outside and I can't breathe. What the fuck is going on? Because it's too damn hot to hit you damn in your throat. I just didn't. No. I'll probably try again tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? But, hey. I don't need no spoilers. But I do know that they did bring my girl back. Brandy Carla came back. Whether she was throughout the movie or whether it was a clip or post. I heard it was like a post-credit screen clip or something like that. Either fucking way, Carla made a cameo appearance and I was like, oh, thank goodness. So what, is they gonna bring another one out if that's the case? Girl, and she better be all up and through that bitch if they do. Brandy needs to get back into her acting bag for real. And I only bring that up too to segue into this. Ray J was doing some type of interview with somebody or whatever, and basically I think it was Evelyn and her daughter podcast. Girl, anyway, they had asked about his relationship with Brandy and them, and basically he said that he was an embarrassment to them. Basically, yes. I'm so glad that you know that. Okay, you know, at the end of the day, I don't feel sorry for Ray J. I don't feel sympathy for him or anything, and I'm on Brandy and them side. You are an embarrassment. All of the shit that he's done, bitch. The only thing that he did right was try to push for Brandy and Monica to get and do this damn tour, and that was the only positive thing. Everything else, he's an embarrassment. And I'm glad that he know that. And y'all already know that's how Brandy feel. Brandy don't play about that shit. Brandy is private, okay? And you out here doing all this shit, girl, fuck that. I mean, he said he gonna do what he gonna do, and he gonna be who he gonna be. That's cool, but at least he know where he stand at with his family. That's just what it is. I don't need, and when the tour come, no shade, I'm all here for a good family moment. I don't need that though. Okay, the only family moment I want to see on the tour is I want to see little Layla come out there kicking it with her mama, and I want to see, what's her name, Sarai. I want to see Brandy daughter come out there and do a duet. That's just what it is. Brandy and her daughter finna do a holiday movie for Lifetime. That's cute too. Y'all better be singing up in there too. I want to see a church sing. I want to see a choir. I want to see I just want to hear some singing. Okay, them motherfuckers can sing their ass off. That's just really what it was, or what it is, I should say. This whole situation with Trump, Stephen Colbert, late night TV shows, and all this stuff. Baby, they canceled his show. And they blaming Trump. And truth be told, people was like, this is where it begins. Censorship is about to happen. Or it's in the process of happening. They trying to blame it on the fact that it's not financially feasible. Even though Stephen Colbert got good ratings or whatever. But when it comes to streaming stuff or whatever, it's just not really feasible. Because, to be quite honest, I could be fair. And I could say, when it comes to a lot of TV shows these days, I don't feel like not too many people are actually tuning in to see certain shows these days like they were back in the day, because they can stream them. Either they can stream them at night or they can stream them the next day. It's just like when I look at shows like Power or The Chi, I'm not watching them when it comes on TV. I'm watching them hours before it airs on TV because I'm watching it on the app, you know? And so maybe that's what it was too. But at the same time, like, it seems like the same issue that they was having too, like with BET Plus. I know I heard something about it's a possibility that was going to go away or whatever, because not too many people was actually on BET Plus. But I don't know. But at the same time, it's also, you got to throw up in there because Stephen Colbert do not fuck with Trump. He has said all of that. And, you know, he feels as though with Paramount and CBS, somebody over there took something allegedly, like a bribe or whatever, and they, like, bending the knee to Trump and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that the right-wing politics and everything, the way that politics has become so heavily integrated into just about every faction of everyday life today is so sickening. And it's like, people would ask and say, you really can't be friends with somebody that is different from you or whatever. No, I can't. Because it's so much different. It's so much deeper than just I'm a Democrat or I'm a Republican or whatever. Take those away. Let's talk about what these people that you are supporting, their belief. Okay? If you are supporting somebody that is literally trying to harm me and my family, I can't be cool with that. And I can't be cool with you. That's simple as that. You see what's going on in the country and you are still being blind to be okay with it. I can't be okay with that. I can't be okay with you. We're never being okay. Because I don't want to be friends with somebody that is okay with the destruction that's happening in this country right now. I can't. That's just, no. Because that says more about you than me. That you are okay with the hell that's happening. And speaking of Laverne fucking Cox, what is her problem? Okay? First of all, you go on Maddie, T.S. Madison podcast, and you are up there spewing misinformation about Kamala Harris. Should have been Madam Kamala Harris campaign. And then for a clip to come out of her talking about on her live stream or whatever, so gleefully about how during the pandemic at one point she was dating this 26-year-old white male blue-eyed cop who was very much MAGA, and trying to make it seem like, oh, he can have his politics or whatever, but my politics were my politics, and it didn't sway me either way. You know what I'm saying? I could think for myself. It didn't change my views or whatever. What are your views? What are your views? Because the way that you got up on that podcast and you got up there spewing that misinformation, and it's like, damn, all you had to do was fucking Google and you would see that everything that you was saying was fucking wrong for the most part. And it's like, were you still talking to this man? And the way that, listen, let me tell you something. It was the fact that you got up on that, she let that shit go, and she was so gleeful about it. So gleeful about being with this white man, because she made sure to let us know that he was 26, he was white, blue-eyed, MAGA, and a cop. Laverne Cox, you literally got with somebody that agrees with a person who basically feels as though you shouldn't exist as a black person and as a trans person. And I'm pretty sure that particular cop that you was with, nobody in his family knows that you were with him. You were his secret. Why would you want to be with somebody like that? And this is what I'm talking about. I could never. That's just like Omarosa and her husband. I don't know if they still together. Omarosa and her husband, when they got married, she was a staunch Republican. Oh, she was Donald Trump down until Donald Trump played her. At least she thought. And he was a Democrat. I don't know how they made that work, but baby, it wouldn't happen to me. I could not. But Omarosa, she woke up a little bit. Just like Stacey Dash. Bitch, have y'all been seeing Stacey Dash videos? Stacey Dash is funny. I don't give a fuck. Listen, that lady has been going through she ain't back in the frame, but I'm just saying the videos when they pop up, I be like, girl, what the fuck is going on? Stacey Dash gives me a little bit of Britney Spears, okay? We know Britney Spears is out there. Britney Spears got money. Britney Spears don't give a fuck, all right? Britney Spears said, y'all think I'm crazy? Well, I just could be, and I don't give a damn, okay? She will turn that goddamn camera on, and I said, girl, what are you dancing to? Is that a dance? No, she just want to turn the camera on and do some shit, okay? Bitch, one day she got some knives in her hand, the next day she got a cigarette about to burn the house down. Another time, did you see the recent one with the window shopping ass shirt she had on? I ain't never seen no shirt like that. I said, what? What the fuck is going on with Brittany? Brittany, you know what? I'm not even going to do nothing. I'm not even going to say nothing, Greg. Like, I get it. We all know that she ain't wrapped too tight right about now. But at the same time, you should understand why. All right, you should understand why. They did a number on her, and the shit that they did with that conservatorship, I feel like that made her mental worse. That really fucking made her mental worse. And at this point, she just said, fuck it. Okay, I'm finna do whatever the hell it is that I want to. Okay, girl. I guess. I don't want to go over there, but okay. But no, you got that going on. And then, Stacey Jarrett just be running up the steps. I seen the video when she was recreating her part when she was in Kanye West video. When it all falls down. This is when she was running into the elevator. she was acting like I said, why did you add a prep? You didn't even do it. What the fuck is going on? Stacey Dash is hilarious. She ain't back though. You know, I still gotta put her through the ring because I just can't forget that shit. I mean, the shit that she did through, oh no. I'm a roaster too. Girl, no, never, okay? Y'all, But yeah, that whole situation with Laverne Cox, I just, I had to step away. Granted, I ain't one of the ones that's gonna sit here and be like, oh, I was following her, I was a big fan. I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? You know, I respected her, you know, living her truth and all that stuff, whatever, you know, being who she is and, you know, getting the roles that she was getting. And I'm going to be real honest with y'all. It's giving a little bit like she possibly could be seeking certain type of validation. And I noticed a change recently. And also, some other substances could be. Listen, I don't want to put that up there. I don't want to put that there, but it gives that. But hey, that's. Listen, I just really was not here for that. Miss Gurley, you didn't have to do that. I think she was trying to promote a project or something like that. That she about to do, but girl, you can talk about your experience, but the way that she was so gleeful about being with this white, blue-eyed MAGA cop in this environment, in this economy, in this time, baby, we don't want to hear no shit like that. We do not want to. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that. Moving on from that, Lizzo. She is asking the court to toss out that discrimination lawsuit that was filed by her former wardrobe assistant, and said that the allegations were meritless, okay, and absurd. Girl, this is the one. He filed the lawsuit that said that Lizzo company, Big Girl, Big Touring, Inc. fired him because she was inexperienced and failed to comply with the safety regulations and did not want to continue with the tour. She offered no specific information to support her claims or a single witness or document to corroborate her absurd allegations. Oh, this is the girl. Her name is Asha. Yeah, and you want to know the fuck what? I feel as though Lizzo did exactly what the majority of them girls said in the goddamn thing, the original lawsuit. No shade. No shade. I really feel that way. And when she sat down and she gave that, she did that Kiki Palmer interview, that made me confirm it a little bit for me. That solidified the shit for me. Yeah, you did some variation of what they accused you of. And I feel like you need to sit your ass down and eat that shit. You know, you need to listen, go through the process. I do feel like it happened. I don't know why, but I just do. I don't know, like, y'all, I used to be such a good, staunch, like, defender of Lizzo, especially, like, when she was real big. And she really wasn't that big. Well, I mean, she was chunky, okay? She was bigger than what she is now. And the way that people used to come for her weight and everything, I didn't like that. I didn't like that because she really, at that time, just because she had her ass out, I mean, you wouldn't say nothing. And don't say that, oh, I would because I don't like it when other people do it. The majority of the people that were saying the things about her were okay with other people who were smaller than her do the same thing. That's what I'm talking about, right? Those are the people that I'm talking about. People will come at her for anything and always be about her weight. Mind you, she wouldn't be out here bothering nobody, just doing her music. You know, performing, doing her music, putting on good shows and all that shit or whatever. And then this lawsuit come out, and then it's like, you got to start looking at things. And I even had, you know, side-eyed to think or whatever when the lawsuit came out, like, really? Did that really happen? And then, like I said, with that Kiki Palmer interview, I was just like, girl, the way that she responded to the thing, it just made me feel like maybe there's some validity to it. And then she lose weight, and it's just like, I don't know. Something about it just, and I'm glad she lost the weight, baby. She looked good. We can't deny that. She never looked bad. She looked good. And the thing of it is, people used to get on her when she said that she was vegan, as if she was lying. Y'all do know just because you're vegan don't mean that you're going to lose weight. A lot of the stuff in the vegan stuff too sometimes is high in calories. You may not be eating meat and all this other stuff, and you may be eating plant-based to a certain extent or whatever, but some of that shit that they eat, especially substituting it can be high in calories. That's why, you do have fat vegans out there. You do have them, okay? But I don't know. I just never liked that. But right about now, she kind of annoying to me. She kind of annoying to me. I don't know what it is. I don't. Like, I would never not love the fact that she has always been herself and be free and everything. But something about now, it's just, I don't know. It's annoying. But, girl, pay the people, okay? You did that shit. Speaking of Power, they still doing the spinoff for the Origins. Now, let me tell you this. When they start doing Power 1, Book 2, Book 3, Book 4, all that shit, girl, truth be told, I ain't need no Raising goddamn Kanan, but I like it. Out of all of the Powers right about now, that's my favorite. Power 1, and then Raising Kanan, my favorite. And then Power 2, okay? That's it. But honestly, they should have went on ahead and did Origins first in the first place, okay? That's what they should have did instead of Raising Kanan. Truth be told, okay? Because are we even going, this new season of Raising Kanan is coming, and I'm pretty sure we're only going to get 10 episodes. It's going to be the last season, and so we're not even to the point to where where he meets Breezy or Beezy or whatever his name is, B-Wiz or something like that. We just not meeting him at the end of the last season, right? And so it's like, when are we going to get to Ghost? When are we going to get to Tommy? That's where we wanted to go to. I didn't give a fuck about Kanan like that to know his backstory, but I got hooked, okay? So I was just like, but now they doing the Origins, which I feel like they should have did in the first place. And it's going to be 18 episodes. You know what? I'm going to be locked in. I can't even say, what? Because I'm going to sit there and I'm going to watch it. And I'm going to review it too. So, hell yeah. Okay, cool. Oh, damn you fucking 50 Cent, bitch. Shia LaBeouf and what's her name? FKA Twigs, they closed their legal battle. They finally finished that lawsuit. I remember when she accused that man of doing all type of heinous shit to her, baby. And I'm so glad she stood her goddamn ground and sued that man. Cause listen, the way that the peoples was cheering for him when he showed up on that red carpet looking cleaned up than the last time we seen him in the first time in years, I said it's just like a few other people would have said, did we forget that he's an abuser? Did we forget all of the shit that his ex-girlfriend said that he did to her? Oh, because, he got a little clean, and he cleaned himself up, and he not a so-called alcoholic or whatever no more. We supposed to excuse that? Get the fuck out of here. I hope she got what, some justice in that. And, they said they gonna go ahead and move forward. Wish each other the best, and that's just what it is. I really hope she got what, some justice, like I said, because the shit that she said he put her through, my God, absolutely the fuck not, bitch. I wouldn't. She deserves a lot. She deserves all the money in the world. What else is going on, girl? They trying to change the Kennedy Center Opera House to Melania Trump. I'm so tired. Bitch, we still got 3 more years. We got 3 more years. Oh my God. Lord have mercy. We got 3 more years. Shit show. And a lot can happen within these 3 years, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. I mean, when I say brace yourself, it ain't even trying to be funny. It ain't even trying to be doing all that shit. It's dead ass serious. Brace yourself, baby. That's just what we got to do. Okay, we got to lock the fuck in. All right. Um, David and Tamala Man, they said ain't nothing going on in their relationship, so y'all can kill it and y'all can cut it with the bullshit, cut it with the rumors. Ain't nobody sick, okay? They was trying to say Tamala Man was sick. You know, when a person lose weight all of a sudden, or continue to lose weight all of a sudden, oh, bitch, you sick and all this shit. That's just what it felt like was going on. Then they had put out rumors or whatever, which I did not know nothing about this, that it was some abuse allegations going on, that it was cheating allegations going on, that it was divorce allegations going on, and they said ain't none of that shit happening. Mind you, they was on vacation addressing this shit. Truth be told, I wouldn't address shit, okay? Fuck what y'all talking about. I am living my life. I don't give a damn, okay? I am to the bullshit, you know? But, you know, leave them people alone. Ari Fletcher, girl, she done caught some flack because she put out there that she, you know, spent $40,000 on her housekeeper a year. People like, oh my God, why would you put that out there? You know, some people only make $40,000 a year, and that ain't nothing compared to what you make and all that shit. Why the fuck y'all be mad when celebrities y'all be mad when certain people put out a price tag about what they do and what they don't, but then when other celebrities or other people, y'all don't. Y'all pick and choose, okay? I ain't see the problem. All right? You acting like that lady is just getting $40,000 from her, and that's the only job that she got. Y'all know housekeepers and all these other people. They have more than one client, more than one situation, probably more than one jobs and all that stuff. Y'all make a big deal out of a whole bunch of stuff, but hey, it is what it is. Also, the rapper Cash Out. Y'all remember him? I didn't. I had to go listen to a song. I said, oh, that was him? Yeah. He is going to jail for life because he was charged and found guilty on all of those RICO charges. Like, he had a real RICO case against him, you know, and they found his ass guilty on it. He was really out here trafficking, had a criminal enterprise that was trafficking women and forcing them to do shit and doing all that stuff sex work for the past 7 years. That included his mama and his cousin that was helping running that shit. He got 70 years, she got 30 years, and the cousin got 70 years to life as well. Okay? Listen, they said that they was forcing people to do shit. They was R-wording them and everything. Good fucking riddance, all right? I just don't understand how you can do that to a person. What makes you wake up and say, I want to abuse a person and force them to do this and force them to do that? Oh my God, like what? Y'all, I could never be a criminal like that. I don't have the sensibility for it. I'm too sensitive and too feeling and too like, oh my God, you shouldn't do that. Why would you do that? I don't want you to get hurt. I'm that type of person. I don't understand it. And you his mama and you just, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. What I was about to say? Oh yeah, and Candace Owens getting sued by the French president and his wife for basically calling his wife a transgender woman. I just like the boldness. And then gonna say something. She not gonna back down or whatever. She could say whatever she want because First Amendment right, freedom of speech. Okay, that's true. That's true. You do have freedom of speech. That doesn't mean that it's free from consequences. If that man want to sue, that man can sue, and I want him to, and I'm glad that he is because that's fucked up. These people don't be bothering nobody. You just coming out with this salacious shit. Like, what the hell? I just want to know what goes through people, man, who decide to be that type of person who wants to build their image or their platforms off of making false allegations and putting out intentional misinformation out there to people. I mean, you see what's happening with the whole case with the what's that girl? The blogger chick that's being sued by Megan. Like, She intentionally put out false information because it came out that she knew that shit was false, that was going on, what she was putting out, and she went on ahead and did it anyway because she was getting paid by Tori and them. That's crazy. And now you're about to lose everything. You're about to lose every fucking thing. Okay? Y'all got to be careful. Y'all have got to be careful. It's okay to want to put your opinions out there, but when you put stuff out there and make it seem as if it's facts and you are purposely spreading stuff, that is where it becomes a liability and a problem, and where you are putting yourself in the position to get sued. Okay? Like I said again, it's okay to put opinions out there. But if you're putting opinions and things out there as facts, and you're saying that it's facts, and you know that it's not, and it can be proven that it's not, yeah, be careful with that shit. Be fucking careful with that shit. But, what else is going on, y'all? Let me see if I found something else right quick. In the arms of the angel. Listen, Fat Joe, and this was just so random because I seen this earlier today. Put the pop down. Put the fuck, just because it said Diet Pepsi don't mean that it's good for you too. Okay? Absolutely the fuck not. Now let me tell you something. I like pop just as much as the next person. And truth be told, I do prefer a diet pop over a regular pop because, one, it claims to have no calories. Two, it tastes a little bit better, a little bit sweeter, even though it got fake ass sugar in it. That's just the reason why. I don't know. The taste just tastes better to me than a regular. That's just what it is. That's just what it is for me. But ain't no way in hell I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to fucking drink a goddamn pop 40 of them bitches a day. 40 of them bitches a day. You want to know who fucking did that in my household, in my family? My fucking grandmother and my father. That's where he got that shit from. Because at one point, my daddy lived with my grandmama, was taking care of her, whatever. Everything, when we used to go over there to my grandma's house, she used to have, and out here we had RC. Okay, Midwest, y'all know. Probably a little bit down in the South as well. Y'all know RC. The 12 cases of RC. It used to be the 2-liter bottles, 12 case of RC, the 24 case of RC. Probably had a little bit of Sprite or something up in there, but the shit be stacked the fuck up. I mean, from the floor to the counter, on the floor. It was always stacked up, and I'm like, God damn, did I see bottles of water up in that bitch? Absolutely not. But I saw whole cases of fucking pop up in that bitch. I'm just like, God damn. And the fact that my grandma's still alive, I'm so goddamn surprised. But y'all know my daddy did, so there's that. But at the same time, I'm just like, girl, what the fuck? 40 fucking Diet Pepsis a day? That's like, I don't understand how people be smoking that much a day. Like, y'all be smoking cigarettes, and it's cigarettes too. Oh my God, smoking all that shit, smoking packs a day. It be like, how many fucking cigarettes be up in a pack? And y'all be smoking 5 packs a day? God damn. Smoking multiple blunts a day? Bitch, what? Y'all are, your body is starving. Your body is shriveled. Your insides is just kaput. I know when he pissed, it is dirt fucking brown. That urine is dirt brown. Nigga probably don't even know how to shit right because the kidneys are just screaming. Your kidneys are screaming, drink you some goddamn water, okay? But yeah, let me get the fuck up off of here. Look at Timmy. What? Tammy lost all that goddamn weight. Damn. And I'm still fat. Child. We'll get there. We'll get there. Anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Please be cool out here. Please hydrate, okay? I know we want to drink and all that shit or whatever. Yeah, knock a couple of bags, but baby, you have some water on deck with you too, okay? It's too hot out here to be playing games like that. Why is it when it get hot as fuck, everybody want to start drinking for real? When that makes you even harder. Girl, have that water on deck, okay? Make sure it's cold too. Get you a little ice on there. You know, do what you got to do. Y'all be safe, and thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for supporting. Love y'all, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.